Hi guys, I was just going to make a quick video to show you how to do the engineering assignments this week. I know some of you were having some issues with them. The first thing you're going to do once you've logged into your Onshape account is hit create, and then you're going to hit document. We're going to make all these shapes that were found in your intro to engineering solid modeling assignment. Right here. So if you look, when you are making these models, you can either do it two different ways. You could do it a subtractive way to make this final object where you draw like a complete block and then you cut out a section of it, or you can do additive model approach where you draw part of it and then you draw another part on top, and so it just adds to it. This will make a little bit more sense as we go through this video. So in here you were supposed to draw these shapes right here in this cube. So I didn't put any measurements for this cube. So the first thing you're going to draw is a cube. So we're going to hit document, we're going to hit cube. I'm going to label it cube. I'm going to hit OK. And it'll bring me to this interface. Now yours probably looks a little bit different. Somehow I set my background to like a black background. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but I haven't had a whole lot of time to figure out how to set it back. So we're going to hit sketch, and we're going to sketch on the front face. So every time that you hit sketch, it's going to ask what plane you want to sketch on, and you can just click on these. You have 1, 2, 3 planes that you can draw on. Now that I've selected the front plane, that's just typically where I draw it. You could draw it on any 3 if you wanted to, but I find it's easiest to start with the front. I'm going to click on front. On my view cube, this little view cube can change the orientation that you want to look at. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to hit corner rectangle, and I'm going to click on the origin here, and I'm going to spread it out. And I'm not going to worry about how big it is right now because I can go back and dimension it. For this cube, I didn't give any dimensions, but cubes do have 3 sides that are all the same. So I'm going to go ahead and dimension these. And I'm just going to do 0.75 inches all around. And this is the dimension tool. So if you hover over any of these, it will tell you what you're working with. And so I'm going to click dimension, and then I'm going to click, and I'm going to pull it down. Oops. I'm going to click again. I'm going to hit 0.75. I'm going to hit enter. And so now I've dimensioned this cube because automatically, since it's a rectangle, it's going to give these same measurements to these 2 sides. So it's dimensioned now. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click my check mark. And now I've finished my sketch. Now this is a 2-dimensional sketch and I want to make it 3-dimensional. So when we do that, we're going to hit extrude. So extrude is, and these are my 3-dimensional tools. I'm going to hit extrude right here, and I'm just going to click this face right here, and it's asked, you know, what face do you want to extrude out or make 3-dimensional, and I selected the face of sketch 1. So I just clicked on that sketch over here. You can also click on the sketch over here in the browser, and I'm going to make that since it's a cube, all 3 height, width, and depth all need to be the same. So this is going to be 0.75. I'm going to click the check mark, and now I've made my first, or you all have made your first three-dimensional object. And there it is. Now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to share it with me. So click share and then share it with me. So click in Amanda Dunham, or A Dunham at k12k.com, and then share it. Hit view, can view, and then share it with me. Now I can't share it with myself because I can't share it with you can't share the same thing with yourself. Now we're gonna make the other objects. So we're gonna hit Onshape again. We're gonna hit create. We're gonna hit document, and we're going to start making these right here, these shapes right here, and all the measurements are in this document. So we're going to do rectangular prism number 1, 2, and 3. And so I'm just going to name this RP1, so rectangular prism 1. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to come up here, or I'm going to look at my measurements. And this rectangular prism is a depth of, the bottom of this is going to be 3 by 1, okay? And then I'm going to extrude it out 7 centimeters. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit sketch. It wants me to select a plane. I'm going to click the front plane. I'm going to move my view around to where I can just see the front plane. And then I'm going to sketch a rectangle. I'm not going to worry about the size of it because I'm going to come back and I'm going to dimension it. So I've dimensioned here, and again those were 3 by 1. So I'm going to hit 3, and then I'm going to hit CM right here, and automatically in Onshape it will convert my measurements for me. So this is going to be 3 centimeters, and this is going to be 1 centimeter, 1 cm. Hit OK. And now I'm going to extrude that out. So I'm going to click it, and I'm going to extrude it out 7 centimeters. And it didn't select that face. Delete that, extrude it out. Click that face, and we'll extrude that out 7 cm. Hit OK. And then again, you're going to share that with me. So A Dunham at k12k.com. And at this point it should be showing up on your bar, and then you're going to share. Sorry, can view, and then hit share. Now we're going to since I feel like you all have gotten the gist with the rectangular prisms, you're just going to draw another rectangular prism number 2 and rectangular prism number 3. You're going to dimension this one 3 by 1 and then extrude that out 4 centimeters. You're going to dimension this one 3 by 3. You're going to dimension it 3 by 3 and then extrude it out 4 centimeters. Now for this one, let's do the cylinder now. So we're going to start with our cylinder. We're going to hit Onshape. We're going to hit create, document. We're going to do cylinder. We're going to hit, oops. We're going to hit OK. I'm going to sketch. I'm going to click the front because I've got to select that plane, hit check mark. And instead of sketching, and this is a common problem, I've accidentally clicked out of my sketch because it's not highlighted here and I don't have any of my sketching tools here. So I'm going to double click this right here, and now I'm back in sketch. I'm going to hit the circle. I'm going to start in the middle and I'm going to pull out. And this, I've dimensioned this by the radius. It really should be dimensioned by the diameter. And this radius is 3 centimeters. So we want to make this 3 centimeters. So I'm going to make this circle 3 centimeters by dimensioning it. Click on it, pull out, 3 cm, hit OK. And then you're going to want to extrude that out. And so we're going to extrude that out. Let's see the height on that, I forgot. 5 centimeters. And so now we've extruded that out. Now share that with me. Make sure to share. Okay, now that we've shared that, we're going to hit Onshape. We're going to hit Create. We're going to hit Document. And now we're going to do the arc. I'm going to hit OK. So I'm going to do this one a little bit different, the arc. I'm going to select my front face to start my sketch on. And I'm going to draw a circle here. And I'm going to draw this circle. And I'm going to dimension it to, it says it's 2 centimeters tall. So this really should be dimensioned with a leader line to at a radius. And so the 2 centimeters represents the radius. So that should be 4 centimeters diameter of this circle. So I'm going to dimension this to 4. Okay, and then I'm going to take a line and I'm going to go from here to here. And then I'm going to hit OK. And then extrude that out. Click this. I'm going to extrude this out 2 cm. 2 centimeters. Hit OK. And then I'm going to share that, of course, with me. And then the last shape we're going to do is the bridge. So this shape right here, and here this is. So I'm going to so I'm going to name this bridge. We're going to hit sketch. We're going to select that front plane. Then I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to draw a rectangle. And this rectangle is going to be 3 by 6 by 3. So I'm going to make this rectangle 6 by 3. Dimension 6 cm. by 3 cm. We're going to hit OK. We're going to extrude that out 3 centimeters. And then we need to cut that little part out right here. So we've got, you know, the basic bridge. Now we can cut that arc out. So I'm going to hit sketch and I'm going to select the surface of this sketch tool, or I'm sorry, extrusion tool 1. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make an arc. And this is a 3-point arc, so I'm going to start here, I'm going to click, and then I'm going to click on the other side over here. And then the third click I'm going to do is when I bring up my arc to determine the size of it. I kind of messed up with the dimensions on this one, so I'm just going to tell you guys to estimate the arc. So that comes up, I think, right about here. I'm going to click here and pull out, and I'm going to make that 1 centimeter. So again, I'm clicking on the point on the arc and I'm clicking on the side of the rectangle and I'm dimensioning those. So let me try that again. I'm clicking on the point of the arc and the side and I'm pulling that out, and that's 1 centimeter. I'm going to hit enter, and then you can kind of move this arc up however you normally does. If you're out of dimension. And so that kind of went up. That looks about right to me. I'm just going to eyeball it. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit extrude. I'm going to click this little surface right here. Instead of add, I'm going to hit remove. And instead of a blind depth, I'm going to do through all. And so that should cut it out. You're going to hit check mark, and then you're going to share it with me. So there that is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope that this helped.